Okay. So, hey guys, I am Tammie. I am the owner of RLP Holistic Wellness. I am a transformation coach that specializes in breath work and meditation and forgiveness life coaching. I do a couple of other things. So, I do like EFT, I do hypno meditation, as well as energy healing. But one thing that I truly, truly love is meditation. I love it. It saved my life. So a little bit of a background on me. So back December 15th of 2015, I checked myself into a holistic rehab because I had a problem. And the problem was me. Even though at that point in time, I will tell you that it was methamphetamine, but really the problem was me. And I checked myself into a holistic rehab facility. And they taught me about meditation and sound bath and taught me about putting in action for myself and the self love and all that stuff. So then, that fast forwarding to now, we moved from Arizona to Maryland. And this is where RLP Holistic Wellness was born. So, what is RLP? RLP is a holistic wellness practice that is here to help people with ending their own personal suffering. RLP is also my last name, Rax Lyons Price. So that's why it's so near and dear to my heart. So, one thing that I would like to do with you is today we're going to talk about mindfulness and being present and keeping yourself in the moment. Which, if you are anything like me, raise the hands who has sometimes that endless mind loop where it starts and then it goes into this long, drawn out thing for you. Yeah, I, yep. So that Jennifer's like clap hands. Yes. And that's one of the beauties of mindful meditation. Mindful meditation can help you when it comes to controlling the emotions. Also, keeping what I call is keeping tabs and keeping yourself in check. Because you know how sometimes people can say things or they give you the look, and then it's gone. We're gone. Nobody can help us. We're mad. We're upset. Well, with mindfulness, it sometimes makes you ask that question, hey, what's wrong? Why are we in this space? And believe me, it takes years to work through it. So no matter how long you've been meditating, and I have been meditating for a short time of 8 years, and I work on it every single day. So when I think it's one of those things that when you're ready to do it, you don't have to do it every day. But if you choose to start doing it every day, 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes of just you. So, really quickly, who can hold to that? Because I know that that's hard. I know that that's hard. But are you willing to try? If you're willing to try it, like if you're willing to try it, I'm game. You guys can always get a hold of me. Like Courtney has my information and stuff, and you can even message on this group thingy. So, the first thing that I want to talk about, this is from The Gift of Presence. It's a mindful guide for women by Carolyn Welsh. But I will say this, even though it does say it's a mindful guide for women, I actually had my uncle who's like, he practices Mahayana Buddhism, and he's very like book smart and all that stuff. And so he looked at it and he's like, well, Tammy, I think this is great for men too. I think that the women part needs to go. He's like, no offense. But I highly agree that this book is for all people because it really will hit. And this is one thing that will really hit for you if it does. One of the hardest challenges for us can be to give ourselves a break when we haven't met our expectations, either those of others or even our own. As a result, befriending or softening our inner enemy can be especially hard work. This is where self-compassion comes in. There's three core components with this of self-compassion. One is self-kindness, or a being of understanding with ourselves rather than critical or judgmental. There's that equanimity again. Common humanity, or feeling connected with others and recognizing that imperfection and difficulties are shared parts of our human experience rather than feeling isolated by our shortcomings. So, like you guys know, I'm an addict in recovery. I'm someone that I don't even consider myself addict anymore. I'm someone that doesn't have to use drugs to get through life like I had to. But I know that there are many people in this world. There may not be anybody in the room that's dealt with it, but I know there are many people in this world. And so with myself, I can be like, it's okay for me to be able to say who I am. And so that's something that I I put out there, and I challenge you. I challenge you to be able to step into a space where at this point in time, maybe today it's not for you, but maybe tomorrow you can sit down and, I don't really like this part of myself, da da da. You can sit, you can change it, you can talk with yourself, you can go through the process. And then lastly, mindfulness, or holding our experiences in awareness rather than avoiding or aggravating our pain. With these three components, they are interwoven in acceptance and being open to yourself. So I'm going to ask, like, first, has anybody heard of like what mindfulness? And what is maybe something, if you guys want to put it in the comments, what is something that you believe that mindfulness is?
To me, mindfulness is being present. Being present, and being present mean whatever situation you're in at that, if you want to talk about at that moment, is to be present within that moment, right? To take in through all your senses, if you know that experience, and not be drawn elsewhere, and your mind drift elsewhere. It's just to be present within self and even your surroundings, and taking in what all that may be. Yeah, that's what it means to me.
Thank you, Angela. I love that. Angela, I swear, the way that you speak, I was like, oh, wow. Keep telling me the poetry. So beautiful. It's so powerful. I feel like, you're a powerful speaker. Very powerful. And so with mindfulness, so everything that Angela said, yes. Now I'm going to ask you to take it a step further. Being completely mindful with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we go through this meditation, you're going to hear me have you scan your body. And I'm going to ask you to notice and identify with yourself. So this is the beginning of like a connection, making that connection with self. And then after that, we are going to just go in and relax, and then you can just go deeper into the meditation. We're going to go on a journey. So, getting into a comfortable seated position. And begin with elongating the spine. Taking in a deep breath through the nose and slowly exhaling through the nose. I'm going to do that once more. Breathing in, deep, deep breath, feeling the abdomen fully expand, feeling the chest lift. And then exhale and dropping into the stillness of the body. Again, bringing your awareness to the top of your head and begin to scan the back of the head, the front of the head, down the face, feeling the face relax. And what do you notice in the body? Do you notice any tension, any pain? Ask yourself, say to yourself, I notice. Taking in a nice deep breath through the nose and pause for just a moment. And exhale. Stepping into your emotions. What emotions are you feeling right now? Taking a moment to identify the emotions that I'm feeling in this moment are. Moving up. And what stories, what thoughts is your mind telling you? The story that my mind is telling me is it a story of determination? Is it just telling you, like, what are we going to have for dinner? What are we going to do today? Or is it going deeper? I feel less than. I'm not doing it right. Whatever it is, know that it is okay. And know that most of the time, the stories are not true. Breathing in through the nose, nice and slow. And slowly exhale, releasing the breath with a sigh. And let's do one more breath, just like that. Breathing in. And slowly exhaling. Dropping back into the stillness of the body. Drawing your attention to your feet, to the bottoms of the feet, coming up to the toes, the heel, the ankles, traveling up the shins and the calves, up to the front and the back of the knees, moving up to the thighs, the pelvic floor and the hips, moving up to the abdomen, and just stay here for a moment. Bring your awareness to the way that the abdomen rises with each breath and lowers with each exhale. going around to the lower back, traveling up the spine to the shoulder blades, traveling around to the chest, and just stay here for a moment. Acknowledge any sensations that you feel in this space. Notice the way that the chest rises and falls with each inhale and exhale. Traveling up to the shoulders, down the upper arm to the elbow, from the elbow to the wrist, to the fingers, and then to the palms of the hands. There's lots of energy in the palms of the hands. Stay here and just notice any sensations. Traveling back to the wrist, to the elbow, from the elbow to the shoulder, to the throat, to the mouth, and just take a moment. Acknowledge any taste or lack thereof in the mouth, any remnants. Traveling up to the nose. And we're just going to sit here for a moment, acknowledging the sensations of the breath. Traveling up to the eyes. And what do you see in the eyes? Even with the eyes closed, what colors do you see? What shapes? Or do you see nothing? Which is totally fine. And then traveling up the forehead to the top of the head. And take another moment to drop back into the body.
You shouldn't have much of a wait since it's a Monday. It shouldn't be too much of a wait since it's a Monday.
And then begin acknowledging the thoughts. What thoughts are coming to mind? If you're having a struggle with the thoughts, imagine a flowing river flowing downstream. And imagine seeing large lily pads floating down the stream. Every thought you have, place it on a lily pad and watch that thought flow down the stream and flow away from you. Taking in a nice deep breath and slowly exhale. And begin to bring your awareness to the surroundings by this river. Is the grass green? Are the trees tall and full? Is it daylight? Or is it night with the stars filling the dark sky? Take a moment to just relax into what you are seeing at this time. Again, breathing in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do that 2 more times, and take your time and go at your own count with what's comfortable for you. Bringing one or both of the hands to the heart center. Imagine yourself in the different forms. So your childhood self, your adolescent self, your young adult self, and even if you want to take it a step further, your self in the future, your much older self. And once you have that image in your mind's eye, you can repeat the words or you can just listen. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you be loved. And now, imagine your family. Your family that's here currently, and also to your family that's on the other side. And take a nice deep breath. And exhale. And may you be well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you be loved. Next, imagine a person or the people that you don't favor. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you be loved. You can take in a breath here, because sometimes that one can be rough. If it's not, that's okay. That's good. And then last, imagine the earth. And imagine sending this loving energy to every person on the face of this earth. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you be loved. Breathing in. And then exhale. And imagine a vibrant, colorful disc forming in your heart, starting out small as a quarter. And with every inhale and exhale, this vibrant color and disc growing from your heart center, filling your body with this light to the feet. Then from your heart center, filling the top of your body with this vibrant light up to the crown. Taking in a nice deep breath, breathing in through the nose. And exhale. And now imagine this vibrant light going to your energy field. And then traveling outside of your energy field. Filling the room that you're in. Filling this space. And then traveling outside of this space. Taking a nice deep breath. And bring the palms of the hands together at the heart center. And before we finish, I would like to offer you metta in this time. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you be loved. Take in a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, begin to give yourself a nice face massage. Well, hello, hello, hello. So how is everybody doing? Awesome. I got a thumbs up from Jeff. I got a thumbs up from Courtney. Angela, how are you doing?
I'm chilling. No, I, I like that check, that body check, you know, how's your body doing, right? And just becoming centered with self is, very important. And I'm going to say, after this, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk and continue this centeredness, this mindfulness, and change up the energy and smell the air and all that stuff. That's the mood you put me in, Tammie.
I'm with you on that, and I'm actually gonna take myself after we're done here. I'm gonna go on our balcony and do like a yin yoga pose. Like I really, really, really love where it's like a pose. So you sit on your calves. So you're like sitting on your calves. You can put a pillow between your butt and your calves, and sit there. And like I just take my hands and place on the knees, and it's like you can do the prayer pose and like have that full, but when I just sit there and just, and then you can choose to come over, bend forward, and then even spreading and doing some placing with the hips, because a lot of us keep our tension. And even I was ignorant to this. I did not believe that men had tension in the hip area. Sorry, Jeff. But I found out. I found out. I found out different in learning in classes and stuff, and they're like, yes, like men go, like the tension in the hips just like men store their trauma in their hips too, just like women. I was like, oh, Well,
Mm.
so I told Waldo, I was like, dude, act like you're hula hooping and just like take your hips and hula. It was a hot mess, but you know, he tried. He tried. He tried. Waldo tried.
Mm.
But like, yeah, I'm like, ooh, this was so awesome. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So what was, if anybody else wants to talk about their experience, please take the floor.
I would love to.
Please, please,
I
Jeff.
I'm actually a medium, so I had two people come through. There's someone in this room had two siblings that passed. Is this resonate with anyone? You, Tammie? Yes. So was talking to your two, I think they're sisters? No? Oh, you're on mute.
Yes, my younger sister
Your younger
and
sister.
younger brother.
Younger brother. So yes, they came through and they were saying how proud of how proud they are of you for changing your life so dramatically and so well. You did it with grace and they are just so proud of you. And we got on the topic of food and they're like, who's the best cook? And I was like,
Oh my God.
yeah, so they were just saying that's going to be up to debate between the three of us.
Mm.
That cook, they were saying. So I didn't know if that resonates with you or not, but I just had them come in and they were just joking with one of my guides. They are really cool, down to earth, funny people. So I thought I would share that with you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Of course.
I do. Thank you. And so, does anybody else want to talk about their experience? Did anybody else end up in the dark? Like,
Yes.
I ended up like normally at the river, downriver, it's bright and shiny outside and the sun is out, but I had no sun. It was dark and there was stars and it was cool.
Same. It was a night. It was like I was like in the woods and there was like really tall, like evergreen trees. And then I could see like shooting stars, but I walked up to like a just like a big campfire and there's like no one there. And I was just called just kind of sit and just kind of watch this fire and then later on actually engage with it. And once I physically engaged with it, then it like diminished. I'm just like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna have to call Lala. I'll be like, baby, listen, we need to talk about symbolism here. But yeah, it's not uncommon for me to wind up in a place where it is maybe like nighttime. And it usually pops up whenever there's something that I'm trying to process or work through, or I'm being supported in some way that is unknown to me. But yes, I was in the dark. I was in the woods by myself.
For me, it's like when with the dark is just so, I don't know. I love the dark. Like I love fire. Well, and I'm a double fire sign, so you know, of course.
Mhm.
But I love the dark because I always have, when we were growing up, when I was in high school and stuff, we'd go out in Sierra Vista, Arizona. It's like the middle of nowhere. So you could go out far out into the land and you would see nothing but the stars. And I loved that. That was one of my favorite things in the whole world. I loved to do it. I love to find the Big Dipper and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's what it was like. And I'm like, okay, so that's telling me, yeah, me time to rest your mind. You know what I mean? Time to rest it. And it's been moving. It's been moving. Jennifer, how'd everything go for you?
So I was still driving, so I'm gonna have to catch the recording.
Hey, understand. This was awesome. Does anybody have any questions about mindfulness or anything like that? about meditation?
You know, it's interesting. Because like I said, I'm gonna go out, and it's, you know, it's going on 8, and so of course the sun is going down, so it's becoming evening, and I'm gonna deliberately go out, you know, in the evening, right? But I'm also going to, you know, sometimes you go walking with your, you know, your headset, your earbuds, whatever, and I'm gonna deliberately not put anything in my ears, right? And just walk. And that's going to be interesting because, you know, I walk, I ride my bike and whatever, but I usually have my earbuds in my ear, whether I'm jamming to my music, you know, or whatever it may be, listen to a podcast or audiobook. And I think I'm being mindful, but I'm minding what I'm hearing, right? But this time, just let the thoughts wander. So I'm letting you know, I'm leaving my earbuds in the house and see what that is like. Yeah.
And so as it says, as we're ending, I want you guys, I'm going to give you a challenge. So if it's getting into the bed, if it's taking a shower, if it is washing dishes, try 5 minutes of just being mindful. And if you get away with 5 minutes and you're like, ooh, I want to keep going, don't spice it up too much. Just add on another 5 minutes and just do 10 full minutes of staying in the mindset. So, quick way of talking about it with dishes. So, how does the sponge feel in your hand? How does the soap smell? How do the suds? I'm a sud person. I like suds. So like how big do the suds get? How warm is the water? All of those things that you would go through and process with dishes. Maybe checking the dish and how clean it looks or how shiny it looks. I've seen too many Cascade commercials. So like you know. But yes, I challenge you to take 10 minutes to yourself in whatever you do, getting into the bed. How warm is it? How soft is it? All of that stuff, you know, and I just want to tell you guys thank you for joining me. Courtney, thank you so much for having me. Jeff, thank you for the read. I really appreciate it. And Angela, thank you for being so awesome. And Jennifer, thank you for listening, even though you were driving and you could have so had better radio station, you know, vibes going on and stuff. But thank you so much for listening. And so that's my I'm Tammie, and I, you know, am grateful and appreciate you all.